Let's set the stage a little bit. I've been fascinated lately with Columbia University. I had a few mountains to move early on in this voyage. Difficult mountains to move in terms of rewiring people's perceptions of the institutions they see around them, so-called democratic institutions across the whole society. Government agencies, private sector institutions, civil society institutions, and media institutions. And we moved the needle on DHS, CISA. We moved the needle on USAID and NED and all that. We moved the needle on probably 15 to 20 medium-sized ones. But there's a really big one we need to move the needle on, and that's universities. Universities play a major role in all of American life. People think about universities in the context of the education curriculum is woke in universities. That's a lot of what MAGA sort of focuses on. The left will focus on the cost of college education, primarily, student loan debt. But universities play a major role at every level of society. It's not just your 4 years between being 18 and 22. Most people today come out of college something like $200,000 in debt. They are debt slaves because of having to go to college, and you have to go to college if you want to get a white-collar job. So they're the pipeline every mid-wit striver has to pass through, even though, for me, I learned basically nothing in college. I went to a pretty good one. I'm glad I went because it was fun. I had a great time. You learn a lot about life in a college environment, but not for my classes. Thought the whole thing was just completely insane. But there's several other aspects of universities and colleges that are much more than meets the eye. For example, universities are the largest employers in the regions they sit in. They play a major role in regional development. They play a major role in city politics. They're a hub for industry in the region. They are a hub for attracting investment. The city is dependent on the university for its own lifeline. Economically, institutionally, young children are dependent on the university to get the diploma so they can get a job. But what I find so fascinating about universities, it goes a step beyond that, which is that governments are dependent on universities because they play an indispensable role in back-channel statecraft. Every major university is an instrument of statecraft. Every single major university, no exceptions. To borrow a phrase from the autobiography of Joe Biden's CIA director, a back channel means an interlocutor, a in-between, a middleman. Think of it like an escrow agreement, but for diplomacy and negotiation. Instead of the State Department or the CIA delivering the message, they have university faculty deliver it in exchange programs. They have university faculty or people at centers or institutes at universities travel to Russia or China or Venezuela to get the information that would not otherwise be given to a government agent. They also play a major role in emigre resettlements. When we have a political figure that we're trying to promote in a foreign country, we bring them over to our universities to train them, to fund them, to arm them effectively with the U.S. network, to fasten them, lock them into the node.